Hi, I'm Laura Klein, and you're watching OrganicAuthority.com TV, the internet's #1 eco-chic cooking show where everything is deliciously green and organic. So today we're making a super easy roasted organic beet salad with aged goat cheese that is absolutely delicious. And when I mean easy, this really is easy. Now, you may be thinking beets. Ooh, I don't like them, they taste like dirt, or they're a little too earthy, or they just don't have any kind of flavor. Well, if the only thing you've tasted are those canned beets that are absolutely yuck, then you've got to try these. I used to be in that same crowd that honestly did not like beets, and it wasn't until my early 20s that somebody served me some amazing roasted organic beets with goat cheese. So you gotta try this. Now, there's so many different types of beets on the market. This is the traditional dark red beet that is really kind of has that deep earthy flavor. And this is the golden beet, which is absolutely amazing. It's actually sweeter than this dark red beet. And there's, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 different colored beets and flavors at the market. But you gotta get those ones in seasons, and you find them at your farmer's market. So back to roasting beets. Let's get started. I've simply just cleaned these, just run them under the water. I used a scrub brush, and then I trimmed the top, cut off the top, and then I cut off the bottom. Now the leaves on beets, you can actually reuse those and saute them with some onions and garlic. But for now, we're just gonna focus on this. So I've got my golden and my red beets separated because the colors actually are really brilliant and they run together. And the red will stain the gold. So I keep them separated, and I just drizzle a little bit of organic olive oil onto my beets. And then I'm going to season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're gonna put them in the oven. And that's pretty much it for roasting beets. Now you notice I've left the skin on. We're not gonna take the skin off until the beets are roasted because it's much easier to take the skin off then. So you wanna roll these up tight, like so. And I'm putting them in a 400-degree oven. And I'm gonna start checking them in about 60 minutes. And you wanna roast them until they're fork tender. It could take up to an hour and a half to roast them. Okay, our beets roasted for about an hour until they were fork tender. And how you know that they're fork tender is you can either stick a knife or a fork into the beet, and it just goes right in without any resistance. Now, this is what your beet is gonna look like when you pull it out of the oven. Now, you wanna let them cool, so you can then peel them like so, and you can see that the skin just comes off so easily. And sometimes you don't even need a little paring knife. You could also use a potato peeler if you want, and sometimes it'll just even come off with your hand. And what I've done is then I just quarter them like so, and then I immediately put them in a salad dressing or a vinaigrette that we're gonna make right now. So I've got 1 small shallot here to get our vinaigrette going, about 1 tablespoon, that is. I've got some salt and pepper to taste that I'm gonna add here. And I have I'm gonna add several tablespoons of champagne vinegar. And then I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup, maybe about a 1/3 cup of olive oil. And I'm gonna just whisk this in really nicely. And I'm also gonna add about 1/4 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard is awesome in dressings. It kind of gives it, you know, a nice little subtle tanginess, and it also kind of thickens it and really pulls it all nicely together. So I'm gonna taste this to see if it needs any adjustment. Okay, that's really good. And you can see how easy it is to make your own dressing. All right, so next, we're putting our beets into our dressing here. And you can keep the beets separate or you can put them together. It just depends on if you care if the red beet juice runs onto the golden beet juice. And this time, I'm gonna do it together because I actually think it looks kind of cool because the golden beets will have kind of these cool red striations. But if you want to keep it separate, go for it. So what's gonna happen here is that these beets are going to start absorbing the flavors of the salad dressing, of the champagne vinegar, the oil, the shallots. And you can even see that the golden beets, you can see they kind of start to take on the red juice here. And I'm even going to add a little more salt and pepper for flavor, just so it brings out those natural flavors. And give it a little stir. And we're gonna let that sit and really kind of macerate for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna pull the whole thing together. All right, so our beets have soaked for about 30 minutes. So next, I'm gonna just go ahead and pour some of this nice vinaigrette over our salad here. And you can actually see some of the really cool red beet juice in here that kind of mixes in with the vinaigrette. And it also makes it look really beautiful. So I'm gonna toss this first. And then I'm going to add the beets on top. I like to toss the salad before I add the garnish because everything just falls to the bottom. Or you can add a little bit and then toss it and then, come back and add more garnish so you've got your garnish on top. So I'm gonna add a few and I'm gonna toss it. And next, we're gonna top it with some really delicious certified organic goat cheese. So I brought the goat cheese to room temperature, so it's really easy to work with. And we're just gonna kind of break it apart a little bit here. I'm gonna toss it a little bit more, so we've got a little bit of goat cheese that's distributed throughout the salad. And I'm going to, again, finish it off with some beets that have macerated in this yummy champagne vinaigrette here. That's absolutely delicious. And finish it with our goat cheese. And you guys, that is it. This is a delicious, beautiful, organic roasted beet salad with aged goat cheese that is certified organic too. And it was, wow, really, really good. And none of the certified organic stuff has any of what I call the junk in it. So this is a gorgeous salad, you guys. Easy to do, easy to make, a huge, crowd pleaser for your guests. You could serve it at any dinner party. And here it is. Here's some of the beautiful beets on top. I actually over tossed it a little bit too much. And that's it. My name is Laura Klein, and if you have any questions, email me at laura@organicauthority.com TV and leave a comment in the box below. Thanks for watching. organicauthority.com TV.